Hi everyone. Today we're gonna talk about one of the most important and famous, beautiful tradition or folk dance in the Middle East, which it is Dabka. Dabka dancing is famous all over the world, and especially the Lebanese Dabka, as all of us we know. But do you know that we have many different types of Dabka from many Arab countries, many other Arab countries too? Today we will talk about this Dabka, and today we will explore the story, the history, and the significance of Dabka dancing. In addition, the Dabka dance steps. Dabka in the Arabic language means stamping on the feet, because the dancers they using too much dance steps or their dance steps on their feet more than the other types of dancing. So for this reason they are using their feet too much, and they move everywhere around, of course, holding their hands or hand by hand or shoulder by shoulder, and they move together by this way. But the most important part in Dabka of the body using their feet actually. So for this reason we say Dabka. Dabka means stamping, as I told you exactly. And of course the Lebanese Dabka became famous all over the world, but you have to know that Dabka is coming actually, yes, as we know, from the Levant area, which it means Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, Palestine, but also we have Iraqi Dabka, we have also Turkish Dabka and Persian Dabka, which it means Iranian Dabka. All these areas have Dabka, but what do you think about Egypt? If I told you that we have also Dabka in Egypt. In Egypt, our Dabka came from Sinai Peninsula, and if we concentrate well in this area, immediately we will find that our Dabka in Sinai mixed between Jordanian and Palestinian Dabka, both together. Dabka, they said that it is life, it is joy, it is love. It is life. They said something like this, which it is exactly true, because in Dabka we explain everything around us. We explain our love to the land, our love to our lovers, our families. Sometimes also we explain what around us, what had happened with us through our life. So Dabka, they said that it is life, and I believe it is life. Dabka, when they do it or they perform it, the dancers, sometimes people think that, or in Egypt, people think that Dabka, it belongs only men in Sinai. Of course, it belongs men, but men and women, they are dancing Dabka too. It is very famous in Lebanon or Levant area that they are dancing together. I mean, men and women together. But in some other countries, not, such as I told you here nowadays in Sinai, just only men. But sometimes only one woman can dance or one girl dance inside the group of men. But long ago, there were men and women together in lines, dancing together in Dabka. Dancers performed in Dabka in lines or in circles, and they can be either men or women, or men and women together. That means exactly no problem if men and women dancing in Dabka, but in a group, not individuals. This is exactly the Dabka dancing. And of course, they catch their hands together, hand in hand or shoulder by shoulder, and they move either in a line or in a half circle or in a complete circle. But it must be one leader. He lead the group together, either man or woman, no problem in this. But one leader, he can lead the group together in the line or in the circle. He start or he doing the first step, which the others imitating him after that. And step by step, they're going through their performance until they finish the Dabka dancing. Dabka dancing also, they do it or they perform it also in wedding parties, and sometimes they perform it, yes, also to say something against someone, or because they don't want to do this, or they hate that, and something like this. This is also Dabka. That means Dabka, it is not only just a type of dance and that's it, but it is type of feeling. I speak or I say what is inside me, but through my body. I use my body of talking. This is exactly the Dabka dancing. In Lebanon, for example, they performing Dabka, but in a high and down, much more than in other countries. Why? Because they are jumping. This type of jumping belongs to these people, or the people who live onto the mountains. So they sometimes using this way of movements, which it is their life when they're going jumping or climbing the mountains. So it is like that. For this reason, you find them jumping too much. It is exactly when you look at the Dabka from Turkey, sometimes you can see something like that. It depends on the area where the Dabka players came from or coming from. So they are doing the same. If they are coming from area with famous for mountains, exactly you will find them jumping too much, and so on and so on. For this reason also, you can know exactly, or you can understand exactly now why our Dabka dancing in Egypt here, I mean in Sinai Peninsula, haven't too much jumping like this way. But nowadays, some of the dancers love very much to perform the same as Lebanon Dabka or Lebanese Dabka. So they start, or they began now to do all of this jumping now in our Dabka here in Egypt. Also in Egypt, we have around 10 different types of Dabka, which belongs to many tribes came from Palestine and lived in Sinai since long time. So they came with their source, exactly as we say. So we have these different types of Dabka in Sinai Peninsula. But most of these Dabkas now became much more lighter than before, light Dabka, light dance steps than before, because before, or in the Arab countries, I mean in the Levant area, you will find them dancing with too much power. But in Sinai Peninsula, of course, with power, but not same as in Levant area, and not too much jumping. So this is exactly the Dabka, when the atmosphere, the geographical area, and also the climate can affect the Dabka dance steps. Of course, in the Egyptian cinema, we used Dabka dancing too much. In the old films in Egypt, of course, but 99% of the Dabka what we used in the cinema or performed in the cinema this time long ago were from Levant area, either from Syria or from Lebanon, which is a little bit different. But sometimes, yes, also some films in Egypt, old films in Egypt, they used, yes, also Dabka. I mean the Iraqi and Dabka, or Iraqi Dabka. We haven't any film about the Turkish Dabka or Persian Dabka in Egypt, but just only Iraqi Dabka, Lebanese Dabka, Syrian Dabka. We haven't Dabka from Sinai or Sinai Dabka in our films, I mean the old films. So these Dabkas we used in our films long ago, but I haven't any document about them because it is very old, and I tried a lot to find some videos about them. Was very difficult actually. This was my video for today about the Dabka dancing, and of course I will be waiting for you for your questions or any comment. You can write me down. Thank you very much, and see you in my next video.